Whoop, shit. I'm on the wrong one, though. Yep. Stop streaming. There we go. Here we are! Pharoes Crypt, motherfucker.
Off to a good start.
You know I always go strong, my guy. You know that about me. Like, what do you expect? Yeah, no. No, so yeah, okay. So should we? Do you think we should introduce this in a way? Pharoes Crypt's the name. You can also read a lot of you can read all of it in the description. I'm pretty sure, right?
I mean, that depends on how well you do your job.
I did it well enough, and not any more or less.
But yeah, I mean, for anyone who's dyslexic or lazy,
Sure.
so this is a weekly thing, right?
Yeah, every Thursday.
Where we sit down and just chat about whatever comes to mind. So one of us will. I mean, it sounds like a lot of work to prepare like a topic, but we'll bring a topic to the table for us to discuss.
Yeah.
And we'll see where the talk takes us from there.
Exactly. Can try and
Do we
say
have
a bunch of stuff because I'm just checking our volume levels if they're somewhat fitting.
Yeah. Do we have a time limit? Like, how long is it gonna be? Like,
I'm thinking we're doing at least 30 minutes, right? And I mean, at tops 1 hour and 30. But I'm expecting that we'll hit somewhere in the middle there, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm also thinking, for the next time, hopefully I'll be home sooner, so I can do a little bit of magic for the stream. And I don't know, maybe put Pharoes Crypt up at the top of this, because
that would be great.
Yeah, exactly. Just do a little bit of flair. That's all. Nothing that'll actually impact what we're doing, but just so that it's a little more. Oh, they actually gave a shit when making this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna let everyone see my Discord real quick, because I'm gonna send a message to Birdie. Streaming. And I'm also just gonna go here onto my Bacchanalian Taste of Beards. I'm gonna go to announcements, so I'm just gonna announce, yo, Pharoes Crypt EP1 live on YouTube now. And I'm just gonna hope this link works if I type in youtube.com/Pharaoh Brothers.
That's a big if.
Yeah. I should probably do www, shouldn't I, before? Let's see if that'll change anything. Edit. www. Nothing.
Huh.
Okay, I guess I've got I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go to Pharaoh Brothers. I'm gonna copy this random ass link, and I'm just gonna edit. Boom. Cool. And then I'm gonna go back to us because, well, we're kind of handsome, aren't we?
Sorry, what?
We're kind of handsome.
Oh. I mean, I have been thinking about getting a haircut lately because it's getting a little out of hand. But
same.
I got my professional glasses on and ready to go.
Yes, you sure do. This is sorry. Right.
That's gonna have to stop.
I know. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just no. Right. So this is episode 1. I forced us to make this pretty much. I came up with the idea that we should just make a thing where we just talk, because we think about a lot of stuff. And this is episode 1, and I came up with a subject for this episode. And for this episode, the subject is I think I called it specifically, "What kind of nerd are you?" If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, something like that at least. No. What kind of nerd are you? Um, the reason that I chose this subject is because I think it's kind of interesting how like the different levels of nerding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you can like in my case, people think I'm really nerdy about stuff like Lord of the Rings. I think like Simon that we do the Friday podcast with, where we live stream us as well. I think he would say that I'm a really big Lord of the Rings nerd. But anyone, and I swear to you, anyone that's actually read the Silmarillion would say you don't even know what Lord of the Rings is.
No.
So I think I figured like, there's the I'm not actually a nerd about something level, and then there's the I watch a lot of this, and then there's the well, and then they just keep talking about something forever, and every single thing they talk about is this thing they nerd about.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, and I'm this kind of like I would say that I'm a little bit above the middle, like let's say if it's 100% scale, right, and 100% is super nerd, I'm about 70% nerd or something about most of the things that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like to watch like background stuff. Like I've been watching a lot of Lord of the Rings theory. Is that what it's called on YouTube?
Nerd of the Rings.
Nerd of the Ring.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Why do I not? Yeah, Nerd of the Rings. Nerd of the Rings is great though, right?
Yeah, it is. I think he does a good job of explaining, for example, the Silmarillion, right, to people who think it's a bit of a daunting task to begin reading that.
Yeah.
or just listening to it, like, because it is more of a history book than it is like an actual novel or
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. It's brutal. Like you had read the books, hadn't you? Lord of the Rings, the original.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I'm bad at reading. Not actually bad at reading, but I'm bad at like sitting down and like looking at these words for hours on end.
Yeah.
So like because I work as a chauffeur, I drive around with packages. I have the time to listen to audiobooks and podcasts. So I do that. But I got through the first one, and I've started the second one. But god damn, like I get some moments where I'm like, oh, this is so beautiful. I love this. This is making me so nostalgic, even though this is the first time I'm ever hearing the books. Because of the stuff that I remember from the movies, and then someone like, oh, this happens in the books. I didn't know that. But all in all, it's fucking daunting.
Yeah, I mean, because you get those like moments where you're like, "Oh, that's sweet," or "Oh, that's so cool,"
Yeah.
but then, like the next thing you know, the next 40 pages is just description of nature, or
Exactly.
it must have truly been a different time to be an author
The
back
thing
then.
is, if I remember correctly, in Tolkien's like a bit of pre-read, before the story starts, he actually pretty much just goes on and says something along the lines of, "Well, if you don't like what I've made, then go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Because he's aware that a lot of people would like a more concise story, I think is the word for it. Like, just like it's more to the point and more, gets into the meat. Give me the meat and give it to me raw, as they say in Rings of Power. But he was just like, you know what? No, I like to flesh out everything. All of it. There's nothing you will not know about this world. And I think that's great. It's kind of funny and
Yeah, and I mean, power to him for that,
Oh, yeah.
because like he must have spent so much time building the world and like creating 5 new languages and
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this man went off the rails on it. And when I say off the rails, I mean cocaine lands, motherfucker, because he just went for it. Unstoppable.
yeah. I am kind of surprised though that there hasn't been any rewrites that try to make it more digestible.
I think it's because they're not allowed to.
Yeah, probably.
Because, what was it? I remember Nerd of the Rings talking about. I watched some of the episodes where he's talking about Rings of Power, like before it came out, and then up to like episode 5 or something. I think I managed, and then I switched my fandom a bit. um, and I think he's like talked about how he's trying to make it into. He's trying to take details from the books, but also he doesn't want to make it into the books because he can't, or they can't.
Yeah.
Um, legally, I think he said something.
Yeah, and I know that that is a big thing that like is it Tolkien's son or grandson who like owns the rights and is very uh well precious with them.
Yeah, those are his kids,
Yeah.
pretty much. Like I don't know, but it is. I get it though. I get that in some way. Like
Yeah, and
it's all
I
yes of
think
his
it's
dad,
good
isn't it?
because like the source material doesn't get watered down.
No, that too.
Um so yeah, we know it's quality, whatever
Yeah,
content comes of it.
yeah, exactly. And also we know that it won't end up becoming some sort of Disney thing. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, like no hate to Disney. Disney makes great stuff, but also big evil corporations are gonna do big evil corporation stuff. That's
I mean
that's a rough take though.
that would sit better if it wasn't Amazon who produced
That
Rings of Power.
yeah, I was starting to say it as well. And I was like, should I say? I was like, yeah, let's go for it. But no, yeah, I don't know, man. You can't win in the end, right?
No.
I guess Bezos, like, I don't know. I guess he's had to pay a shit ton of money to, like, the Tolkien family.
Yeah, but like it's a drop in the ocean to him.
Oh yeah, this is the thing. Like, he could definitely pay. Like, he could probably. Well, I guess the pride of the son would be overtaking that. But
Yeah.
all in all, like, he could buy the world if he wanted to. Just be like, yes, this is mine. How? Well, money. It's like makes it rain. Just realized I kind of like our not sound, lighting actually. How you're
Really?
kind of you're kind of God over there, and over here I'm sitting down in hell, just like
Truly brings out the full duality of our relation.
right. It's, yeah, like, I mean, it's actually it is kind of okay, but it is kind of great though, isn't it? Like, because it's clearly like two opposites, but also
Yeah.
like just if you look at our two rooms, yours you got books up there in the corner, and then all the way over there you got like a painting, and it seems
Uh,
like pretty and like quaint and stuff. Mine, bunch of shit on the floor, my mattress on the floor, no light pretty much, and the bit of light I have is just like some yellow crap in the background.
yeah. We really do need like a third person here, and we'll be like the devil and the angel on their shoulders.
Yes. Oh, that would be so great. Only problem is, like, we would have to figure out to move the Discord windows around.
Yeah.
We just like keep like going in and leaving until we make it work. There, that's it. That's the one.
Don't leave. No.
No! Shit. How was it we did it again? Did I go first? No, I think it was you. No, okay. Yeah. What kind of nerd would you say you are, though? Like, where in the nerd level to like bring it back?
Hmm. That's a good question because
Right.
I think I've been nerdy about a lot of things in my time here on Earth.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, like I'm a big music fan. Love music theory, which I guess is a pretty nerdy thing to say.
Yeah. Like some would say
Um,
that is more nerdy than being, Lord of the Rings fan actually, because this
um,
just work, but yeah.
yeah, I'm a big fantasy guy, literature wise, and like I guess movies. I've been getting into gaming like for the past year a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I mean I did study linguistics for like a year and a half as well, which is, yeah, I mean, I can honestly say I love grammar. I have a book that's like 500 pages long that describes the Danish language, and it is honestly one of my favorite books. So, like, not to read, but just like to know that I have it makes me feel good. And,
I get that. I get that.
yeah.
Have you ever like gone? Have you read it from start to finish though?
Not like in, I would sit down and,
Like in
but
one setting,
like,
no? Like,
but when we had Danish grammar
mm,
as a subject, we would, I think we covered most of it, like during that semester.
okay. I don't. I'm not sure if you said that you were a linguistic major or whatever it's called.
No, I wouldn't say I'm a major because I didn't actually
Oh, but like you were
finish.
working towards it, right? You'd say,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then there was what was it, a year left, and you realized, well, this is not gonna open any doors or
yeah,
something.
exactly.
No one gives a shit about language. I mean, it's
And I mean, it's fun now because now I just get to be like nerdy about words and language, like
yeah,
in my free time, and it's a lot more fun because I don't have to make a living out of it.
true, 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 true. It is fun though. Language is a great thing. Like it's fun to mess about with. That's also part of why I love accents so much, and I've learned to
Mm,
do
yeah.
different ones. Um, I think I remember actually back when we were at SA, Special and School. We I think we both said at some point to each other how we were a bit. I think we were a bit Puritans about language back then. Like good language was pure language, whereas now at least I am more like good language is messed up. It's modern. It's all the ways people have twisted language. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because that is one of the first things I learned in linguistics. We came in and they said, yeah, a lot of people think that we're the ones who like make the rules, and like we say, oh no, you can't say that because that's an, I don't know, future tense or whatever.
Uh,
But actually, we're not meant to discriminate. We're only meant to observe and like describe how people use language.
yeah, more
And I
like
think that's,
a weird documentary.
yeah, exactly. And
So
that is kind of a beautiful thought, I think, that there is no wrong way to speak.
right, that's the thing. There isn't technically, as long as because speech is just communication. As long as you communicate, hopefully, in a way that people understand, you're doing it
Yeah.
well. Like, you just need whoever you're trying to communicate to understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that note, communication. Have you ever tried to communicate feelings? Like, I talk sometimes with Simon about how, like, how I could be depressed and stuff like that. And I've sometimes like said stuff like, like, oh fuck this person, and he's like, no, and I'm like, no, 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 not like actually fuck this person, but like that's just like like gut feeling. This is the words I want to use to explain how I feel about this person right now. But it's not actually like volatile that I mean it. Did you know what I mean? Like, does this make any sense to you?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a way to like let loose some frustration, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like open up the lid a little bit, let off some gas, some steam,
Yeah.
and then yeah, and he often like also he can often take it like like in the wrong way where he's like, oh, you don't mean this though, do you? And I'm like, no, no, I don't mean it like what it seems like you think I mean. And then I have to like they're trying to talk to him like like, oh shit, whoa, whoa, and then we have to like sit there and like discuss it. And it's fun. It's good fun. Language is some weird shit.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's
We did get to I did get to take a little bit of a class which was called like language and cognition in the brain or something, where we really got into the nitty gritty of like what constitutes language, what does it mean to understand, uh, yeah, what does it mean to have meaning, and
right.
yeah, I mean it's some interesting stuff because then we looked at like chimpanzees who were taught sign language, like, do they speak, or like birds who can repeat stuff or
Yeah.
learn phrases, do they speak? Um,
I'm gonna guess you didn't actually get like a final answer on that, did you? Like you never came to an actual conclusion, did you? Or did you?
uh, I mean, the teacher left it very much up in the air, like, I don't know. Like, from my perspective, I'm very. I don't think it's speech. It's reproduction of speech.
Mm, yeah. Ignis has joined, by the
Because
way.
huh?
Stream. Ignis, one of the guys that
Hey,
play Valorant, has joined the stream.
nice.
Welcome to Ignis. Tell us how you feel about talking and speech. You're welcome to. We'll try and get to it.
Yeah.
uh,
No, because they are only like they have a limited capacity for putting forth new ideas through
mm,
their speech. Like they're mostly repeating or
yeah,
communicating very simple concepts.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing. I'd also say, like, I would say like the gorilla that spoke with what's his name right now? I can't. The guy that played Genie in Aladdin, comedian who
Oh,
died.
Will Smith.
Wait, no, no,
No,
no, no.
oh,
In
right.
Aladdin, not in the crappy new Aladdin.
Robin Williams.
Thank you. I was like, Will Smith, like,
Like
no.
I just heard you said who died just when I was about to say it, and I was
Oh.
like, no, wait, that's not right.
Wait a second, he did? No. No, yeah. Robin Williams. I think there's a video, maybe. I don't know. It is somehow recorded into history that Robin Williams. There we go. That's Will Smith again. Robin Williams spoke and like had fun with like a gorilla, I think it was, or something like that. And he communicated with sign language, if I'm not mistaken. And that to me proved that it has the option to learn it, but their language is just much more primal. You know what I mean? Like it could
Yeah.
actually speak through sign language and everything,
Hmm.
but they just don't as a species. Which made me think to how I communicate with others. Because like let's go to, like, for example, my relationships in the past. Like Mia, right?
Hmm.
As I've told you before, she was really, really bad at telling me how she actually felt. You had to like kind of pry it out of her sometimes, quite often. But my mother has told me, and I think that I am very good at reading people's body language. Like minor things in them.
Yeah.
So that kind of led me on like to how she actually felt about things, without her telling me, which I think is kind of interesting, because then I think a lot of people are losing a lot of communication because they only know how to communicate through words, and sometimes we don't think the same thing about the same word.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of miscommunication just because of that. But yeah, I don't know. It's a fun little thing.
Yeah. It's definitely a huge advantage to being able to read like nonverbal cues.
Oh, thank you.
Which is it's definitely something I could get better at. Also, yeah, because people are not always comfortable, like telling if they're uncomfortable, and
Oh,
I don't want to like push them if they're uncomfortable. So it's
yeah.
nice to be able to see, okay, like maybe just leave this person alone.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. By the way, are you on the like you could go on YouTube with your phone or something to like keep an eye on the chat or something?
Oh no, because my phone's all the way back.
Well, okay, never mind. Point is, I just wanted to like just so I don't have to keep updating you. I can do that
Hmm.
too, but then I don't have to
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
you. What's the word? We can figure something out for the next time at least. That'll be fine. Ignis just said that I would be the perfect spy. That's how I'm so good at reading body language and other
Yeah.
minor signs. Well, I did always fancy being James Bond when I was a kid, so
Yeah,
maybe that's why.
we did shoot like 10 seconds of a movie about you being a spy.
Yeah, we did, which was just like I think it was actually close to like 5 to 8 minutes of a movie
Oh,
that we were gonna make, because we were expecting to edit a lot anyways. But all it ended up being was just me being whipped
yeah.
with a wet towel or something, and then
Yeah,
screaming very loudly, and then the English teacher stopped us, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine. We're just shooting them." And you're like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was supposed to play the villain.
Yeah, I think you were, weren't you?
Yeah.
I don't remember what Newman was meant to be though.
I don't either.
I feel like it was you, me, Newman, Simon Anderson, and
Marcus, probably.
yeah, and I don't know why, but I'm also thinking Anos. I'm not so
Yeah.
sure about, but I feel like he was in it too.
Oh, Andreas, maybe.
No, this was the year before. I'm pretty sure.
It was?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Huh. No, because we didn't talk much there. Like,
No.
until the very end.
No, but I think
We-
it was nearing the end.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Anyway, this is a fascinating conversation for people to hear.
Yeah. So when I was 14, I was whipped, and no,
And
yeah,
I got to stand there and enjoy it.
yeah. I think. Wait, was Marcus the one that whipped me? I think.
Yeah, probably.
I think so. Yeah, because he would have loved that. I swear.
Yeah.
That little muscle boy was just fucking. Crazy. I swear to you. That's good. Good times. Good times. I actually didn't hear it as much as I think it's because it was a role to me.
Yeah.
Like if that had just happened suddenly, it would have been pure agony. But like because I knew that it was a role and stuff like that, and I was already like I was screaming anyways for the movie or the scenes we were shooting. Scene singular. We only shot the one. But yeah, I was screaming because of that. So I think that was also an outlet. So I didn't actually feel it in any real way. I did feel it the day after. Though. The day after. That was pain. But no, that's, I really would. I'd love. I think. Did we shoot it with my flip camera or something like that? I had like a little.
No, I think we checked out one of the school's cameras.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
That might still be on like a memory card somewhere.
I'm sure. I think it's gone by now. I'm sure, but there must have been like some age of people where they're just like, "What is this?" And they just found it like 3 years later or something. It's like, what are they doing? What's happening? I don't get this.
Yeah, I mean, that's the mark of true art.
True. Ooh, apropos art.
Yeah.
Right now we've got a lot of podcasts. We don't have a lot of podcasts. We have had a lot of podcasts, and we're gonna be having more. I'm telling you. We started out. Where did we start? We started with Ready Player One.
What?
No, wait. What I'm talking about?
Dude, you gotta get that movie off your mind.
Literal brain farting. Yeah. I'm just seeing butts up here right now. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm gonna a slideshow of that. No, we started with
Let the good times roll.
Thank you. I was like, when I won shot, I was like, no, that's what we're doing. No. Yeah, let the good times roll. Back when I was in Scotland.
Yeah.
Then that kind of faded. Because of multiple factors, I'd say.
Yeah.
Mainly at least, I'd say it faded for me because it's just so much work.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
much work, and it was so hard to get people to actually be there for it.
Yeah, I mean, people kept dropping off from the cast, and then we got new people, and yeah, it was just a mess.
It was a mess, yeah. But you got to start somewhere, so.
Yeah.
And we did.
And
then
we learned some things like streaming way easier,
way
for editing purposes.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember like we started out having you editing all the sound and doing the podcasts, like making the podcast itself.
Yeah, and writing the music
And
and
yeah, then I like make videos for it and like do the and like make the story and not worth it.
no,
Not worth
not
it.
at all.
No. If we've been paid to do it, I would have happily put in so much time. Just like with all our podcasts now and streaming.
Yeah,
If we get paid to do this, I will put in so much time. Like it is an exponential
curve.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're going for. Exponential curve of like, like how much work I will put in per money spent from other
Yeah.
people. Like, cause just the fact that someone would spend a lot of money, like any money on it, would make me work so much harder for it.
Now that the topic is nerd, I gotta say that if the curve is exponential, then you would actually put in more work for less money. The
Oh no,
more
but
money
like
is
I mean
put
the
on the
other way
table.
around though, like flip the x and y axis.
Mm.
Yeah. So like like
Oh, you'd get more money for less work.
wait, no, I do mean wait. Okay, my point is, it would take. It wouldn't be like this. It wouldn't be like, I get 10, I'll spend 30 minutes. I get 20, I'll spend 60 minutes. It'll be like anyone spends any money, and I'll just start working hard.
Yeah.
Like, there's no real limit to it. I'll put in my time, I'll put in my effort.
Yeah.
Much more, like, because right now, yeah, I'm putting in some effort, but I am planning on us doing things that we can literally just, like, set up once and then go. And then, like, as I said, like, as I've been talking about, we're doing podcasts right now. So I'm gonna do, like, with the movie one and with this one, I'm gonna take him down and I'm gonna do a little bit of editing. Very slight bit of editing in January.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna set out a bunch of episodes. And then I'm gonna try and keep him regular from then on. Reason it's gonna be a bunch of episodes because we're doing it weekly and it's a couple of weeks until we hit January.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a strong start, and then it's going to be regular intervals from then on, once a week, if that makes sense. But it will just be very minimal. But if someone paid us anything, though,
Yeah.
pure art, I'm telling you. Ignis, if you're still here, if you pay us anything,
Yeah.
pure art, I'm telling you.
We don't have a Patreon anymore, but I imagine
No,
we
do
can
not.
find some other way.
I have actually been thinking about it, like for the movie one, it would be great to do the pre-movie thing that we do on Thursdays as a Patreon thing. That would work really well. But first, we got to get to where anyone actually wants to pay any money for it. If someone wants to pay any money for it, I'll start splitting it up a little bit. Because the thing is, I still want to make content. That does not count, Ignis. A blank check does not count as money. that is something you're sending, but it needs the monetary value, and I cannot sell paper for much. I'm telling you, the stock prices on paper has just fucking dived here in Denmark. Well, dove, I suppose. Sorry.
I mean, it would make sense, like the most technologically advanced country in the world. So
Pretty much, yeah. Or wait, are we actually? Do you have any stats
like
here?
in terms of public systems being online and like schools utilizing technology to teach, and
Yeah.
I think I saw a headline at some news outlet some months ago
Right.
that said something like that.
Yeah. Cool. 1 second. I gotta get something to drink real quick.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I will move my chair out of the way so you can get a proper view of hell.
Shit.
That's a PlayStation 4!
So, like in general, just a giant trash heap, everything included.
And I'm back.
Cool.
Yeah, I know I am. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. I would say though, my headphone. My joystick is all over the place right now. I would say though, if this is meant to be hell, it's much nicer than I anticipated. You know, like, if this is hell, hell is decent. It's okay. I can clearly live there. Clearly,
I mean, it's where you go for like pirating videos.
Ah. Fair point. Crisp H2O, my friend.
The best there is.
Oh yes. Well, actually, no. The best there would be that from Vidbæk, where
they got better water there.
I don't know if it's true still though, but back when I was in, let's say 6th grade. No, it must have been 8th grade or 7th, one of the two, because that's when I went to Vidbæk Kristne Friskole, VKF. I was actually told by my physicist teacher, is that it? Physics teacher. Sounds better.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's a lot of
physicist. Like your doctor?
Oh, yeah. That's probably what.
No, that's physician.
Oh, yeah.
What is a physicist?
A physicist is someone who does. I feel like they do, like, yeah, I don't know. Google it.
Yeah.
Do us all a favor. But point is, like, he told me back when I lived there and I went to school there that actually Vidbæk has the best water in all of Denmark. They just won a contest then. Because there's not a lot of, like, calcium in it.
Oh.
And stuff like that. It's very, very clean, incredibly clean. And it is actually, I didn't appreciate it back then because, I was a kid and I don't know.
Water sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, and that's spelled SUX because it just does. It sucks. But no, yeah. What was it? No, yeah. Oh, yeah. We were talking about podcasts. Yeah. Unless you have anything more to add about the water.
I would just like it on the record that a physicist is a person who specializes in the field of physics.
So it wasn't entirely wrong.
I guess not.
Technically correct. My favorite kind of correct. No, so we did Let the Good Times Roll, and then we did straight to 1 hour one shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I mean, we took
straight,
a break.
Straight to.
Like 2-year break or something.
Yeah. We stopped doing that. I actually think it went out very organically, didn't it? Like, we stopped, and then we were like, oh, we're going to do it next time. Or we're just going to like jump over this one. It's getting a little bit rough. We've got a lot on the plate right now, and then I just kept going like that. Yeah. I think it started with me going, I don't think I can do videos and the story DMing at the same time. And then after that, I just kind of went downwards.
I think I had lost some of the audio files from the recordings, so we were just pretty much.
Oh yeah, there's something about that.
We're missing an episode or something.
Yeah,
which wasn't ideal.
No.
Yeah. Then onto 1 hour one shot where we had learned our lesson.
Pretty much, yeah. We learned what it took. Like, like you can't expect us. We can't expect us. That should be to waste this much time on something that we are not getting anything for.
Yeah.
As I said, Ignis, if you send us any money, it's gonna be really good. But no, like if you're not being paid to do something, it's really hard to sit down and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna spend like 5 hours of my week at least.
Yeah.
On this project, unless it's something you're certain you're really burning for, and it's hard to burn, like have a burning sensation. If it burns when you pee, by the way, don't go to a doctor. Go to a physician. Yeah, I was like physician. I was like, is that the right one? Is that another one? What was the other one? No, yeah. No, but if you don't have like a burning desire to make this one thing, and everyone else who's in on it also have that, it dies out quick. The flame just disappears.
Yeah.
And that is not to say that like either of us were the first ones to not have that flame, because I think like what first started killing it was all the other people that we recruited to play with us. No hate to them though. Makes a lot of sense that they had a hard time. Well, a lot of sense. It made sense that they had a hard time finding the time to do it.
Yeah.
Also, especially because it was people from, like we were, what was it? 3 Danes, one of us living in Scotland. And then there was 2 Greek people living with me in Scotland. Well, one lived with me, the other one we knew from work.
Yeah. Then
And then
an American.
Yeah, and then Helen, the American.
Belgian.
And no, that was later. I think, wasn't it? Because I didn't know him yet. I didn't know him yet. This is the thing I'm wondering about, because he was in it, right?
Yeah.
We must have kept going after I got back then.
Alex only joined after you got back as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we had the original cast being me, you, medium, you player, and then it was the 2 Greek people.
Yeah.
And that was it, wasn't it? Yeah. And then I got back because of COVID, from Scotland, forced back into captivity in Denmark. Awful prison. No, again, as prison goes, Denmark pretty decent. And then we like pretty much switched it out. 2 Greek people gone.
Yeah.
Out the window. We don't like Greeks anymore, apparently. And then it was me as a DM, you as a player again, and then Alex, Helen, Bixen, right?
And Matthias.
He was in there for a bit too. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Ah, completely forgot about that.
Actually, a quite big cast. The
Pretty
second time
big
around.
cast. Yeah. A really big cast, actually.
Which probably also like stifled the action a bit.
Yeah, it made it a bit hard for people to be there as well. I did like it though, like having all these people, because I don't know, it seemed like everyone was still able to talk a lot.
Yeah.
Like no one was super quiet. Yeah.
And I think the real problem is like with D&D's combat system, that it's just uninspiring.
Yeah, it really is. Certainly is. But this is also like...
it's not like a dig on Wizards of the Coast, because I certainly have no ideas on how to improve it.
No. I will say, though, I think it does the job well enough. But our big problem was that the 2 of us couldn't... not the 2 of us. Everyone playing couldn't, like, I couldn't force people well enough to, like, re-roll what they wanted to do. And I've also had that after we started one shot, where I'm like, try to figure out what you want to do before it's your turn in combat. And then if something changes, you can change it. Try to figure it out mid thing we're doing, so that it's more snappy. I think like just that one change will help a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
but yeah, again, when you have a bunch of like inexperienced players who are just trying to like figure out their character sheets and what they can do, it's complicated.
100%. So complicated. That's the thing. So after that, after the entire... What was again the name of the thing? So long.
101 shot?
No. The one before that.
Oh, Let the Good Times Roll.
Let the Good Times Roll, first one. 101 shot second, and then we started doing the movie one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Can I just do a quick break here?
Yeah, sure.
I do think Good Times Roll, Let the Good Times Roll is still on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud.
It is. Trust me, I see it.
If anybody wants to listen to some truly, I mean, I don't want to say horrendous stuff because it had its moments, but
let's call it inspiring.
Yeah.
With a positive twist on it. And I will back that up. I will say that it is actually kind of inspiring. It is, and especially fun for us sometimes to look back at. I don't know if you ever listened to it again or anything.
Oh yeah.
But it is a lot of the clips, sound clips and stuff like that, from Scotland at least, are on my iTunes. So sometimes I'll be like right now at my job, like a couple of weeks ago, I was driving around and I suddenly heard not the guy that I lived with, but the other Greek person. I heard him just come up between two songs, just randomly. Like it just chose the audio file from him talking. And it was so, and then I think we had him talk, and then the intro started, and then I heard that.
Yeah, it was
dun, dun, dun. I was like,
howdy ho,
Yes!
we were travelers.
yes, that's what it was. Oh, it was so good. Like every time that happens very rarely, but every time it does, I'm like, this is amazing. Why did we stop doing this?
Yeah, and I think even though like it kind of crashed and burned, in the end, it's it's a fun thing to look back at, and I think good memories from a time when I think neither of our lives were like particularly good.
Yeah, I think that's true. Definitely. Very busy, very uncertain. I think we had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like I had, like back in Scotland, I had purpose. I had an idea of what I wanted though, but it was all like it was in the future still for me then, and then COVID came.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
like my entire future plans out the window. But I'm getting back to it now. Moving back to Scotland in July. Right, podcasts.
Yeah.
The Good Times Roll, 1 hour 1 shot. The movie one that we do now every Friday, guys. Anyone here, Ignis specifically, because I think you're the only one here. We do that every Friday, and we're live shooting it right now, and I'm recording audio for that, and then I'm gonna edit it in January. Right now we're doing lives like this. We have switched it though a little bit already in the formula, because we're still,
Figuring
trying
it
to
out.
mix and match
Yeah.
a bit, see what works, what doesn't work, right? It's Ignis, for example, because he reacted. If you want to watch it, we just watch a movie and then we just like talk about the movie, and then we will have a drink after the movie. Probably have some during the movie as well. And then we'll just talk during the movie, and then we'll talk about the movie after.
Yeah.
Toby was amazing at it though, because he chose Ocean's 11, and he had like facts. He was like he had like a list of all the cons they were running in that movie. Pretty much movie reviews, yes, Ignis. But like Toby had like a list of the cons, CONS, is that it? Cons?
Yeah.
A con, yeah, you know what I mean. Like what they were doing, and then he was like, "Do you know what this is?" And then we had to like guess a bit, and then obviously we had fucking no clue. But I knew one though. I could guess one of them. I remember that much. I could guess one of them. Or maybe I couldn't.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Yes, I think that might have been it. Yeah. No, was it? I don't know. Might have been. No,
Yeah,
I think it was
said,
actually
like one of the. Yeah, so one of the cons was called Miss Daisy, and you were like, "Oh, the van," because of driving Miss Daisy.
Oh, that might have been it. Yeah.
I said the van, and then you said, "Oh, because of driving Miss Daisy," or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think that's right. I think you nailed it. Yeah. So that's what we're doing right now. Later on tonight, we're gonna record the pre-movie thing where we just like have a quick talk about what we expect of the movie. I don't think we'll do that live though. We could. I don't know. What do you think? Should we do the live? Like on at the moment, because it's gonna be like short, like 5 to 15 minutes, tops 20.
Yeah, it's probably not worth it.
No, right? So I'm just gonna record that audio, and then get it for when I'm actually in January preparing the thing. Look forward to that.
Yeah. So I mean, I listened to another podcast today where I don't know, at some point during their commercial break, they said something about like, this is not like the typical three white straight guys reviewing movie podcast, and I was like, oh wow, we really do fit the stereotype.
Sure do. But hey, stereotypes are there for a reason. It's because they're good. Wait a second.
And I mean, it's obviously not like a focus point for us, like with the. I mean, it's not like we're trying to not include people, but just from our point of view, it's not like comes first to mind. But I think we do try to like call out things we see in the movies when we're like, yeah, that probably doesn't hold up to today's standards.
Yeah, like especially if something is like very clear on it. I think Simon's also very good at this because Simon is very he's very internet chic, if you know what I mean. Like because he's very like on what's topical on the internet, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think he was the first one to say during Ocean's 11 that this wouldn't hold up or something.
Yeah, because like Julia Roberts' character is just very shallow and
incredibly so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah. Aged like milk, as we said.
Yeah.
But
no, so I do think it has some merits. Like, we're not just another straight white guy podcast.
No. We also like to talk shit about ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we do, but it's current standpoint and even stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah. The main thing is I think we're doing it to have fun, right? And
Yeah, exactly.
Simon and me were already we'd already started doing the watching something every Friday together, and then I asked you if you wanted to join, and you were like, yeah, and then I was like, then let's make a podcast. If we're doing this anyways, I'll record it.
And then we did.
Yeah, we did. We sure did.
Yeah, and that's.
And then that was that one, and now we're doing this.
Yeah.
Pharoes Crypt.
Which is actually an old idea from way back when we did Let the Good Times Roll.
Is it?
Yeah, we talked about because you were always driving between.
Oh yeah, that bit, yeah.
And Skjern, and then.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about calling it Country Roads Take Me Home or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it would be great to have the sound bit from Kingsman where that bald Scottish guy goes, "Country roads take me home to the place," and then he explodes and we start.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
That would be great.
It would.
Except it's double copyright infringement.
Hard copyright. we would be sued out of our asses. Jesus.
If they ever found the podcast.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Oh. 1 second. I'm just gonna answer Simon. He's talking about the pre-thing. He doesn't have a movie. And he's dead. Do you think that
complicates things?
It sure does when we're supposed to talk about expectations for the movie and the drink, and he doesn't even have the movie, so we can't really theme a drink off of that. Well, he could. We could be like, "Oh, what's the drink? Oh, nothing. That sure fits well with a nothing movie. I'll do that." Yeah. No, I'm gonna propose that we do it tomorrow then for this time.
Yeah.
Before I leave to get you and then drive to his.
I mean, if he's stressing about it, I got a movie ready. So.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, just,
I'll just tell him. I'll just ask him if he thinks he can find one for Friday, and if tomorrow before we go, and if not, you got one.
Yeah.
More. If not, Toby has one. Yeah. Cool. And there's future podcasts we're gonna do as well that we haven't started yet. And I say podcasts.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes, because you know of one.
News to me as
yes,
well.
I know. I wanted to talk about it, but I was like, no, I should wait. I shouldn't mention it until we start. You've been talking about one. You started thinking about this before I started thinking about mine. The book one.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to keep that just out of the
Yeah, no,
picture.
I can plug it.
Yeah.
It's still very much in the development phase, because the idea was I wanted to do something where I talk to like my friends and people about their favorite books and why they enjoy them and why like what is their cultural significance and why is it a mistake to have not read it, stuff like that. Um, yeah, and I wanted to do it in like the a desert island format where you say, okay, you're stranded on a desert island. You can only bring one book with you, or three things, or whatever it is you do.
Oh, okay.
And then I realize, first of all, there's like 100 podcasts on Spotify that does
The
like
Desert
book
Island.
reviews,
Oh, book reviews.
and like 50 of them does it in the desert island
Yeah.
format. So uh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Original
trying to
thoughts
figure out
are.
how to like put an original spin on it.
Yeah. 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 I'm straight up tell you this podcast. I actually think did I mention this podcast after you had actually mentioned the books one to me?
No, I haven't heard anything about anything
No,
new.
no, like Pharoes Crypt. I think you actually
Oh,
mentioned the book one slightly before I mentioned, or it came just after I mentioned it
yeah.
in the context of maybe.
It was in the same conversation, at
Yeah,
least.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. Well, point is, yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Gonna be fun at least, and I think that's like as I keep saying, the main thing is we have fun with this.
Yeah.
Uh, and then if we're really good, then we'll be better than others, and if we're better than others, people will listen anyways, even if someone else has done it. Weezy Waiter, the YouTube channel, the guy from there has a video. I don't remember which one it is, but he says in that video that he tries to like make a song a day for a week or something. I think that's the video. That's the challenge he's doing.
Hmm.
Do you know Weezy Waiter?
Nope.
No. All right. He does some challenges stuff like that. He's like an older guy now with like a wife and a kid and blah blah blah. He's been a YouTuber for a long time, uh, but he's also successful at it now and does all kinds of crap. He did a video. Back to the point. The point of that, what I'm saying is, he did a video where he does like 7 days, 7 songs kind of thing. I think it is, and he says that usually he will start making a song, but he wants it to be original, so that will stop him from actually making the song because he wants it to be original,
Mm.
so he can't just make it. And he said that he had actually found in his later years that people don't need new stuff. They just want to hear like a possible new twist on some old stuff, or just like old stuff, but like not exactly the same. Like slight difference, but still the
Yeah.
same shit. Like, and I think that's true. Like, it's hard to hear any song that you can be like, oh, this song is definitely, I've never heard this before.
Yeah.
But still, all kinds of new music that sounds like other old music. It's famous because it's good,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah, and I think that's it. Like, I'm not trying to like redefine the podcast genre or no, I'm just looking for my twist.
right. Yeah. That's that's fun. That's also like that is encouraged.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I had the same like thing with the podcast name for this podcast. I think I told you like how I was like we could call it like Chat and Bear because we're just talking about shit.
Mm.
And there's a British sentence going, "Oh, you're chatting bear shit, mate." Uh, and then I realized I was like, I went into Apple Podcast and I was like, chatting bear, and then I found like 3 or 4 others that had the same name. They didn't like last clearly. They had like 4 episodes tops or something. I think the most
Yeah.
famous one. But I was like, we better have something original. And then like,
Yeah.
then I considered, because I originally my thought was also like maybe I should just like this could just be like a me being the host and then everyone else being a thing, and then I was like, no, I should make it into a Pharaoh Brothers thing and then call it Pharoes Crypt. That'd be much better. That's a much better angle. I obviously you got to take every angle into consideration. And I was like, this is a much better angle. This is the angle we're going for. Also, I'm thinking this first episode will go to 2030 because it's the first episode.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's okay. It's a bit long, I think. Anyways, it will be unless you're not up for it. Of course, that's
I might have to go find some power for my PC then.
cool. I will wait here. Yes. Are you still hearing us? Just put it in the. Right. Cool. We're back at it. Nice, Ignis. Nice. Cool. Dope. Love that. Love you.
Did he donate?
He did not, though. No. But I just asked if he was still here, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been listening in the background." He says so.
Nice.
Yeah, I love the people that I know from my Valorant stream. I'm hoping I can bring him over here to the YouTube stream and stuff. Tell your friends, like, tell the other guys from the server, they need to come check us out. Right. We were talking about Pharoes Crypt, yeah. And then we were talking about your book thing. And then I just want to tie it into the theme right now of this thing. Theme being the what kind of nerd are you?
Yeah.
We already discussed how I was a Lord of the Rings nerd. I'm also a pretty big Star Wars fan. Because of Lego Star Wars. Back when they first started making those games.
They are great. Yeah.
They are great. And I will actually, I'll be honest, my family hated me because I'd never watched Star Wars. I actually didn't even want the game in the beginning. My dad gave me this instead of Hulk. And then I ended up loving Star Wars because of it. And then the movies came on TV one night. And my family hated me because I was like, "Oh, that's fine. Oh, they're doing the thing. I know that's from the game. I've seen that before." It's an awful child. Awful. Like all of us sitting around a big ass sofa, and then I'm just like ruining the entire movie for them. No, but I so the back to the point of the point. If you don't mind me saying, I'm guessing the first episode will be the one with us, where I'm a part of it. Of your book, podcast.
Yeah.
Off mode.
What are we talking about?
Episode. Cool. And I don't know how much. Do you want to keep anything a secret, or should we just talk about what we talk about?
I mean, I guess I can tease a little bit. Just keep in mind that none of this is final.
That's the thing, yeah. Dude, your sound disappeared. Oh. It's
No? Is it here now?
I think so. I think it's good now. I think it's good now. Try and if maybe try and close Discord and open again. That sometimes works.
Yeah, I mean, wait, is it gone again?
Yeah, it's gonna get. Yeah, try and do that. Try and close Discord and open again.
Oh, it's just got some.
Yes, it's got some Yeah. Right. So, he's back. Look at that camera.
Hey.
Hey, you're actually up to date now, up to speed.
Maybe.
Well, it works here. It'll do the job.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh wait, where were we? Oh.
We're talking about how much can we actually reveal about your podcast right now.
Yeah. So it'll be season type of thing, where I'll try to record as many as the episodes in a short time span, and then spend a lot of time on editing so it really gets crisp and excellent. And then it'll probably come out once or twice a year. And you might be. Are you okay?
No.
Okay.
uh,
Yeah, there might be a secondary story, like
yeah.
across the episodes of the season
Okay.
that is tied to the books we discuss.
Interesting. That sounds pretty cool. I should mention I have not heard this bit of the idea, and I think it
Oh, I
sounds really
sat down and did a little brainstorm
yeah.
earlier today.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is why then. Yeah. It's funny because I also got my idea today. Yes.
Well, let's hear it then,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Oh, definitely do not. Because I'm also not sure how it will be done. This is also a very unfinished idea. But I've always loved comedy. So I want to do stand-up comedy. Streaming. And then make a little bit little set, no more than 30-minute sets, I think. Maybe even less. Very digestible.
Yeah.
For a podcast, and then live stream it and then just throw that up. That's pretty much the general idea that I wanna start doing stand-up comedy.
That is a good format because that lends itself very nicely to shorts, I think.
Yeah.
Which you can reach the young crowd on TikTok.
True. I will not be doing TikToks though. Fuck TikTok. But YouTube Shorts.
I mean, yeah, but if you want to get somewhere
that's true.
in new media, I feel like you have to be there, have a presence there somehow.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That's a fair point. Yeah, we might do TikToks.
At least if you want to reach a younger crowd.
Yeah, we might do TikToks.
Because I think we, without knowing any hard facts here, I would say we are probably some of the youngest people who still use YouTube over TikTok.
That is probably true, especially because you said over TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not to comment too much on society, but that's because everyone has zero attention span.
Yeah,
Days,
I mean
that
that's
is really
true.
bad. That's also why I don't know why if I actually want to do throw things in TikTok, because well, first of all, it has gone through a little bit of scandal at some point in the past. But even more important, I hate the idea that people can't sit down and enjoy longer media. Everyone loves series because series are 20 minutes and then it just keeps going. Even if it isn't 20 minutes, it keeps going. They don't have to think. They just put it on. It goes.
Yeah.
No one likes movies anymore because what fucking 1.5 to 2 hours? Yeah. I can't spend that long doing anything, and you just sat there watching a series for 5 hours in a row, but you can't do this because it's one thing instead of 5. What the fuck? It's really bad. The reason that I hate it so much is also because I have felt this I need something needs to happen now, and it's so bad. I hate when that happens to me. When that takes over. So yeah. This is a very sober tone I'm taking right now. I just realized yeah. So
No, we could get critical of society. I mean,
there's
plenty of stuff to.
Oh yeah.
Critical about.
Yeah. Woo-wee. With that said, though, I couldn't.
Capitalism, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, okay. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Okay. You know what I hate about society? What I hate about social media? So many Americans on it. I don't actually hate that about it, but it's the. Okay, so the only reason I'm thinking of this is because today I had a mental breakdown at work. I was overworked. I was I'm so angry, and I was I need to calm down. I sat down and I opened Reddit for some reason. I don't know why. Stupid to go on something like Reddit or 9gag, when you're angry. That's barely calming. But I did it. And I scrolled a little bit, and then something came up. And I had no idea what it was about. I went to the comment section. And people kept talking about the thing. like what this post was about. But it was about a person, and they kept calling the person he. And I was like, who is he? And I went through so many comments. Like, usually there'll be like in the top 3, there'll be like one being like, yeah, and then this name, da 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 da. Or like, were you talking about this name, by the way? Or something, like something clarifying in the top 3 to top 5. Somewhere under top 5, I finally found someone that mentioned the name Trump. It's not like entirely clear from that comment that it was about Trump, all of this. It seemed like it though. So I'm guessing it was. But it wasn't clear at all, and I hated that. I got so mad. It's like, I was mad already. Like, I was already like having a shitty moment. So it's like going on, and then I found this, and I was like, what is this about? And then I clicked it, and it was like more like nothing. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know. Apparently, he is allowed to be re-elected, I believe. That's what it was about. Like, someone being allowed to be re-elected.
Yeah.
And then people are mad because they're like, even after all this done. I'm like, yeah, dude, this is America. Dadoy. Like,
I mean,
I'm very sorry, but your system sucks ass. I'm not saying Denmark is amazing, but the American system does not function well. It does function, but it doesn't function well.
Yeah.
That is just a fact. Dictatorship would be so great if people had a pure heart. Like,
I mean, honestly, yeah.
Actually, like if you had a like pure-hearted dictator, that would be the best way to go with it. But obviously, no one who even wants to be a dictator would have that kind of sense. Barely any human would, but like.
I did feel that way for like a long time, because I was like, yeah, you know what? Like liberalism and stuff, like saying, people are smart, they know how to make their own decisions, and I was like, yeah, they do know how to make their own decisions, but they're not smart.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, it would be way easier if we just had one guy making all the calls. But I think I've moved more in a like it's representative democracy, like we have in Denmark, where we elect people to make decisions for us. That's the thing that's not working. We need more direct democracy.
Yeah. True. That would be great. Yeah. I don't know.
Although it probably costs a lot and
certainly.
Is inefficient and
definitely. I'm just waiting for like one day the Danish Simba to come up and just reclaim the throne.
Yeah.
And then we've got like harmony and peace. That's my dream. One day you can hope, you can wish, you can dream.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, that like this is also the thing that I've realized, and this functions for everything. I think. I've actually found there's a lot of good metaphors for life in Star Wars lately, because I'm really on a Star Wars high right now. Like the Jedi. Force users. Let's say Force users are political parties. Yes, Cygnus. All hail King Odin. Ah! I'm trying to make like a like an elephant when it's like, when all the animals go and like. I'm not trying to do the.
Yeah, no.
The thing we don't talk about. No, but like say the Jedi. Say that instead of Jedi and Sith, we got political parties, like blue and red. Just like just to, do that.
Yeah.
If I'm ever asked what kind of like Force user would you want to be, Odin, I am like, well, so when I was a kid, I wanted to be a Sith because they are powerful and cool. And then I got a little older and I'm like, Jedi, because they're actually good. Obviously, I also want to be Jedi in the beginning because they won in the end. But then I want to be a Jedi again because they were like, they're the good guys, right? But they're also sort of ignorant. They are the better guys of the two. But there's a third option called the Grey Jedi. And I have no idea why they're named after the Jedi when they're not actually Jedi. I think it's because, the Jedi bit takes the main part of their philosophy.
Yeah.
And they're like the middle point. And I think everything needs balance. Obviously, every single situation cannot be cut over one comb, like, and that's why life is hard. And
Is that translatable? That
I
idiom?
don't know that it is, but I did. Like everything, okay, so like every single situation doesn't work. Like you can't find one solution for every situation. That better for you?
Yeah. Thank you.
I think there's some sort of comb analogy as well in English. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like you can't do that, obviously. But like there are the grey Jedi, and they are the perfect medium, and that is what we need. We need the perfect medium. But then, and this is why tyranny would be so great. Well, not tyranny, dictatorship. Because it has a really negative connotation, because only bad people want to be dictators. Only
Yeah.
Sith would want to be dictators.
And that's the same thing when like people say, "Why would you want communism? Communism has never worked." And I'm like, "No, it's not communism. That's the problem. It's the people who runs the system that's the problem."
Yeah. Like, I will say though, with communism, I also admit I'm not an expert on this, but I believe that the idea is everyone gets, like no matter what you're doing, you're an important part of society, and you're equally important, all of you. So
Yeah.
you all get the same, pretty much.
I mean,
Pretty much.
I think of it more as like equal pay for equal work.
Yeah.
So definitely like there's going to be a difference between uh coal miner and
So like more high risk work
I
pays
don't
a little
know,
more or something.
CEO of something, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like it'd be hard to cut the balance. Like where would the balance go? Like I'd say coal miners should have more than a CEO, because the CEO, as we can clearly see from Elon Musk, that job's not very hard. He's like CEO of so many businesses now.
Yeah.
And a coal miner can only do the one job, and that'll end when he's like 50, because he's broken.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there are the factors like the coal miner's job probably like has a harder impact on the climate, which maybe we should not incentivize people to take those jobs. But I don't
True.
know.
True.
Like that's a whole different debate.
Yeah, like that's the thing. The balancing act of it's fucking horrible.
But yeah, I mean, just in general, CEOs should not be paid that much.
Oh no.
Like, there's been something where I don't remember it, but it was someone did a study of like how much a CEO's like pay was worth
Mm.
in the 60s or whatever, like compared to a worker at their company, and then it had just
Yeah.
like it was like 200 times more worth today than it was back then, and it was, I mean, that's just crazy.
It's fucking like comparatively, that did not go equal ways. Like, let's say we're here on workers, and let's just put them at the same here. Obviously different pace, but two different lines. Goes like this. This is CEOs. This is workers. They
Yeah,
get raised so much. This is even very, very nice.
Yeah,
what I'm doing over here
it's
is
a very positive outlook for
Yeah.
just workers.
yeah. Like it's fucking yeah. I don't know, man. The world's fucked.
Yeah.
Kill them all. Burn it. Start over. Do you ever consider if this is like a test world, that we just that like God is just waiting to crash or something? It's like I can't just kill him now, but
I gotta admit, I have been watching Westworld
Oh,
for the past weeks.
so you
And
have
I'm
been
like,
thinking about this?
yeah. And like the phrase just crept into my mind. Have you ever questioned the nature and reality of your world? And I'm like,
Like it's
well,
yeah, like some people have been like, actually Earth is not Earth. Earth is actually hell. This is where all the bad people went. That is what some people think, and I'm like, I see where you're getting this. I really do. But I don't know.
yeah. I mean, it's hard not to be like a little curious, right? Because like a lot of physicists I think actually support the idea that we might live in a simulation.
Yeah. How
Um,
would you ever know?
yeah, but the thing is, like, if we do, I mean, I gotta be an NPC. Like, there's no way a game designer would, write a main character story like mine. I don't think so. It's just way too depressing.
I mean, yeah. I know that feeling. I really do. Like, but then again, on the other hand, what if it's just not a game like we're used to games? Like, because we don't
Yeah.
have the main hero character to follow. We don't have the main cast that we need to follow. If we do, those are the celebrities, famous people.
Yeah.
And then everyone else who's actually able to think on their own is their NPCs. Very smart AI.
Hmm.
You know, smart. I say. I'm not smart. Ignis says, some people choose to see the ugliness in this world, the disarray. I choose to see the beauty, to believe there is an order to our days. And that is very beautiful, Ignis. And
Yeah. And
I
from Westworld.
from Westworld, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
there we
think
go.
so.
No, that might be true. I haven't watched much of it, so I think I watched one episode
No.
back in school.
Yeah. First 2 seasons, very good.
Yeah, and then
Then they just,
right.
take a big old shit on it in the third season.
Ugh, that's not what you want. Yeah, I have actually, like, I watched it and I was like, this is very cool. But yeah. But anyone that actually chooses to view the world like that, nothing wrong with that. I get that 100%. I try to do that too. But as I said, like, it's a balancing act. I also want to acknowledge though that the world is shit show.
Hmm.
But this kind of goes back to like how I talk about things. I can be very aggressive in language and mean less, just because this is the feeling, this is the emotion I get when thinking about it. I'm like, it's a shit show. We need to burn it. Start over.
Yeah.
That's the emotion. The actual, like, if I actually want to like try and tell to people how I feel, like, it's rough, but there's beauty in it. Like, say whatever you will. I'm a Christian and I believe there is some of God's beauty in the world. Fucking hard to fucking hard to find sometimes, but hey.
But I mean, that's also because, like, we as humans have been so corrupted, I think.
Yeah, weird
And,
issue.
like, corrupt the world on a daily basis. So
yeah, like, we are the issue.
yeah.
Definitely. It's not like everyone's like, oh, well, like, especially a lot of American Christians, like, well, it's Satan's work. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is our work. We fucked up somewhere along the way, and we have not figured out how to fix this fuck up yet. Yeah. And we need to at some point, or we're just done for. And that's it.
And I think that's one of the points that gets so frustrating when discussing climate change, because it does seem like a lot of people, and especially those who talk the loudest about this, like, don't seem to realize that it's not about saving the planet. It's about making the planet being still a livable place for humans.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if we just went all out, nuclear war, like 99% CO2 in the atmosphere or whatever, like, and humans died, like, give it a couple thousand years, couple million years, Earth will be just fine.
Oh, yeah. But, like, not even just fine. It will have bettered in so many ways for the rest of the population. Like, population being animals and planets. Plants, not planets. Yes, I love my planets on Earth. They're the best. But yeah, no, like that, it would be doing so much better. It would. We are a cancer to this Earth.
Yeah. It's like in we've already discussed Kingsman, but in the first movie,
Valentine?
Yeah.
Played
Yeah,
by
he says something about
Miss
like
Windu.
global warming is the fever
Yes.
of the Earth, because it's its immune system trying to root out the virus, which is humanity.
Yeah.
It's a bleak worldview, but I think it's a very apt metaphor.
It's an amazing way to, like, bunk this down into, like, kiddie talk.
Yeah.
Explain this to a 5-year-old. This is it. And they're like, oh, we need to die. Like, yes.
Let me just say, any parents out there, do not let your 5-year-olds watch Kingsman. It's not a kids' movie.
Any parents out there, I just want to say, let them watch it when they're 6.
Yeah, that's the cutaway.
No, but in all honest though, in being completely honest, Kingsman is maybe a bit rougher, but like I grew up on all kinds of crazy shit, which you're not meant to show kids. GTA, James Bond, and worst.
James Bond.
Yeah,
It's
James Bond is a bit iffy because it's a bit sexual, but you don't give a shit about that as a kid. You don't even see it. You're not aware this is a thing. It's just the cool agent stuff. Pretty much. The only thing that ever really got to me though was what's it called? Not Duke Nukem, not Quake. One of those. Might have been that it maybe actually is Duke Nukem I'm thinking of. For Nintendo 64. Played that one time. I had the worst nightmare of my life. It's fucking awful. Great game though, and I was so pissed because I said that the day after because I was so scared that I ran into my mom and dad's, and they were like, "Well, you can't play this game anymore." I'm like, "That's not fair." And I still agree with me from then. I agree with me from all the way back then. I don't think that was fair. It was a one-time thing. If it happened again, then stop it forever. Like then you slam the brakes. But for now, just like I don't know, ease me into it.
Would you really have slammed the brakes?
No. I wouldn't. But then I say they should do it.
Yeah, okay.
Like they did it after the first time. I'm like no. Like give it a second chance. If it happens again, slam the brakes. That's it. But they like slammed them on the first try, and I think should never do that. Like 2 tries always. Anything, and this is actually a thing psychologically that goes also with conversation. If you're like talking to someone and you're like, "Would you like a piece of gum?" and they're like, "No," you should always ask again, "Are you sure you wouldn't like a piece of gum?" And if they say no again, shut the fuck up. Because it has been proven that after the second time, the chances of them actually saying yes if you ask one more time, incredibly slim. You're just annoying people then. Because then they have made up their mind. Like, first time you hear it, you answer, and you might not have thought it through properly. Second time you hear it and you answer, then you have your final answer.
I mean, it's either... Oh, my goodness. It's either that, or, ask them if they want a piece of gum, or fight a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That works.
Feeling like they have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. The simulations to keep us in place.
I have sneaking a peek at the source code.
I see. By the way, okay, now we've already reached like about 1 hour and 30 minutes. I don't know if you're feeling like keeping this going for 2 hours since it's the first one, because it can be long because it's the first one, I think. I don't know what your opinion is though. But I definitely say that is the cutoff if we're keeping going.
I think we should probably stop it here.
Cut it here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because there's another episode coming up next week.
That's true. That is
already.
True.
So
that is true.
Stay tuned.
Ignis, stay tuned. And Ignis, yes. And Ignis.
Any other, I don't know, specters somehow found their way in here.
Yes. I mean, I can't see how many people are viewing it from OBS, so I mean, maybe there are. I don't know. Maybe I'll go into this actually. Can I see then? Viewing it from.
Yeah, let's get a little stat line for a game here.
Can I see anything? One watching now. Yeah, so that's Ignis. Cool. Yeah. So we got Ignis.
Nice.
Thank you, Ignis. I think to finish off, because this will also stay on YouTube, so if anyone is actually watching it later on, because it's you can.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be live. You're watching this, I don't think. This is not a no problem, Ignis. This is a big problem that no one else is here. No. I think we both really do appreciate that you're here for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
even though it's just in the background, like it means a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
sometimes you just need that like white noise,
yeah,
something running in the background,
yeah,
and we're honored that we're something in the background for you.
yes, yes. Sometimes that white noise is the main noise, and you don't even know it because you're not listening. But
Yeah.
it is what keeps you going. um, right.
Yeah. Do do you have a like planned sign off, or is it just boop, we're done?
I don't have a planned sign up yet, but I'm guessing that what is actually just gonna be, I guess we just like say goodbye, and then I just like leave a little bit. Thanks for being here. See you later, and that's it. And then like for now at least, and then next time we can figure out sign up if you want.
Yeah.
That could be fun. But also I want to say like on a finishing note, as we said, the episodes will be 30 to 1 hour and 30 minutes long. Aiming for that hour. I'm guessing, right? I'd say like
Yeah. I mean,
50 to 120. This is what I'm
yeah.
hoping. I don't
Hoping
know.
for like hitting the middle of the bell curve.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Um but also I don't know, should we start at 7 every time? Because we were talking about 7:30. And sometimes we do I mean I could get home very late from work and stuff like that. So if we say like
Yeah.
7 to 7:30 and then I'll just like I don't know.
I
Like it
mean,
would
if
be
it,
good to have a standard time though, wouldn't it?
yeah, probably.
Should we say 7:30?
Yeah, if that works for you, if you think we can be ready for that.
That like 19:30 Danish time.
Yeah.
So 7:30 p.m. Would be good with me. And then, maximum time we'll have it running until 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then it's sleepy time. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's about it for now.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see you all next week.
Yeah, see you, man. See you, Toby. Right? I'll finish
Yeah.
this
I mean,
up.
I could chat to you a little bit actually because I got some stuff to
Oh.
say.
Oh, okay. In
That's
that case, we'll say goodbye together.
yeah.
See you, Ignis, specifically, and if anyone
Yeah.
else is here, see you too. It's been a pleasure. I love to talk.
Bye.
Bye.